This is a good perspective analysis around the long-term implications of COVID, where this paper is looking to the long-term risks of mutational escape, viral persistence, reinfection, immune dysregulation, and neurological and multi-system complications like long COVID. And while some countries like New Zealand, Vietnam, Taiwan, and South Korea have pursued suppression strategies, so-called zero COVID policies, which are policies that try to maintain infection rates as close to zero as possible, while other European countries in North America have adopted mitigation strategies with the aim to primarily prevent healthcare systems from being overwhelmed, where scientists concerned about this strategy have called for a pan-European strategy aimed at suppression. So first, with high levels of community transmission, this increases the risk of mutations that can escape the neutralizing antibodies within our bodies and potentially render vaccines less effective. So this is talking about escape variants that mutate far enough away that our bodies don't recognize them, so they escape our previous immunity, where the higher the levels of community transmission, the higher this risk is. And not only this, but transmissibility and disease severity can increase as a result of evolution as well. And if we do have population immunity, this may blunt the impact of increased virulence and/or transmissibility, but when combined with a degree of immune escape or waning immunity, such evolution can prove problematic. Additionally, there's the issue of reinfection. Now, this paper was done in 2021, and even back then, there was a median interval of 9 months between infections. This range is much shorter now, whereby this time in 2021, COVID reinfection has shown to occur between 10 and 282 days following the primary infection, where governments are taking the stance that reinfections might act as immune boosters, which is starting to appear like it is not the case, where even in 2021, a study of U.S. healthcare workers found that hospitalization was much more likely following reinfection, showing these stacking cumulative risks. Furthermore, there's the possibility of immune dysregulation, such as a superantigen-like region of the spike protein, which may drive immune responses to manifest in things such as multi-inflammatory syndrome in children and MIS-C, which we are seeing. And this is something we should be very concerned about, is this risk of lasting immune dysfunction and damage, where COVID should not be regarded as viral pneumonia, but instead be considered as an autoimmune disease. Additionally, there's the issue of long COVID, where we've seen issues in the lungs, heart, kidney, central nervous system, liver, adrenal glands, bone marrow, lymph nodes, and gastrointestinal tract, to name a few, highlighting that with COVID there is the potential for significant long-term health implications, and that health policy should focus on reducing community transmission alongside vaccine rollouts. This is the Vaccines Plus strategy they mentioned before. And importantly, that focusing on hospitalization and deaths as the only outcome is short-sighted. I'm looking at you, CDC. Furthermore, this reliance on infection as an immune booster may carry serious risk, as such infections can result in increased disease severity. So outside of routine vaccination, we need to be focusing on things such as the widespread use of face masks, better ventilation, better air filtration, contact tracing and isolation to be established, and effective methods for reducing transmission. Governments should implement these mitigation measures in order to protect long-term public health and the effectiveness of vaccines.